Yo, what's up, everybody? How's it going today? Hope you guys are doing good. Let's do this. All right, camera works. Everything's good. Welcome back, Mr. Bull. See that big painting on my wall? He's back, man. Thank goodness this market ended up flipping our way instead of the other way. I'm extremely happy about that. So welcome, everybody. Today's date is now October, is it the 3rd? October the 3rd. It's a Friday. You know what we do here on Friday nights, guys? We work. It's 8:30 p.m. right now in Istanbul, Turkey, and I'm here to work. So let's talk about the market. Welcome, everybody. For those that don't know me, my name is Phil, or Philakone. I've been in the crypto game for about 11 years now, known as a day trader and a hodler for each cycle, but I never hold anything past each cycle. So right now, we are in a very awkward phase in the market, and I'm going to explain to you guys why. I think that now there's a lot of data supporting that this 4-year cycle is probably not going to be in play. So before, I was definitely basing the 4-year cycle based off of the ROI after the halving. Okay, we're actually right on the cusp of the maximum length that we've ever been in a bull market before. So right now, we're basically the green line. Okay, we're the green line right now. Before, in 2021 and in 2017, the bull market only lasted between 525 days and also between 545 days. But right now, we're actually on day 532 already. So in 13 days, we're about to break the all-time high record for how long the bull market has trended, which is really good because it's mainly because of adoption, Michael Saylor, of course, as well, and regulation, the three main things, right? Many countries are adding it to their Federal Reserve. So this is a very bullish sign altogether. And generally speaking, we're getting into these very, very bullish months. I'll show you guys. Just as an example, in the 2017 bull market and the 2021 bull market, October was generally very, very bullish, right? You take a look at October, ever since Bitcoin was made, we've only had 1, 2, 3, 4 bearish months in October. For the past 7 years, guys, since 2019, we've only had a bullish October month. So I expect it to be fucking ridiculous this October. And also, if you take a look at November, right? November in 2017, super bullish. November in 2021, that's where the market started to tank, but we were still very, very bullish leading up to the end. So I think that right now, guys, in October, it might be your very, I gotta say this strongly emphasized, it might be your fucking last month for you to ever make any type of life-changing money for a very long period of time. Because if you consider how long the bull market has lasted already, which was since, it's lasted for almost 3 years, guys, as you know, since the end of 2022, right? So it's lasted a really long time. Like Bitcoin bottomed out a long time ago, right? In 2023, the beginning, man, we've gone up to the moon already. So because of that, you got to take advantage of October. You got to work extremely hard. You have to be diligent. You have to put in the time. You can't fuck around. You can't go out. You can't be drinking. You can't be partying. Drop everything. Just focus on your fitness, focus on the money, and you're going to be very grateful that you did. So let's start with Ethereum right now. Ethereum is looking very good to me. The only thing that's stopping Ethereum from breaking out right now is pretty much this 12-hour RSI. Once it breaks, it's going to smash. In fact, it's actually starting to gain momentum already. So this lower high for the 12-hour RSI on Ethereum, it was actually just trending a lower high for a long time. But you can see today that we're starting to slowly break above it, which means that based off of price action, we're likely to break this lower high eventually as well. It's just a matter of time. So Ethereum it has a lot of momentum to eventually break the all-time high. So I'm very excited about that. And as for Bitcoin, we are attempting to break the all-time high as we speak today. The market is on fire. We ended up rallying a substantial amount. In 7 hours, we did 4%. So it does look like Bitcoin is eventually going to break that all-time high. And if I were to guess where it's going to go, probably going to head to about 135K regions, right around there, I would say. Okay, so everything looks great across the board. The total 3 market cap is now attempting a new all-time high as well. You can see that we actually cleared 2021's all-time high and also cleared when Trump was elected last year. So we're now trying to break into a new all-time high, and the momentum is very strong on the weekly. On the weekly chart, this one here, everybody thought, guys, like right there, we thought we were going to go down. The weekly MACD for the market cap looked like we were going to come down, but it just ended up trapping everybody that ended up selling, and now we get a huge rally, and that's usually how it is. So let's take a look at some of the coins that have been very, very bullish. Okay, so I expect the market to be extremely bullish for the next week is going to be wild. For the next 3.5, 4 weeks to even 8 weeks, it's going to be ridiculous. Okay, I'm going to take a lot of your requests at the end of the stream, but not quite yet. Okay, I'll be taking a look at multiple coins that you take a look at. Okay, so from a day trading perspective, like it's hot. I'm only going to be buying basically 2 things. That's Bitcoin and Ethereum with probably massive leverage. Like we're talking about like big 7 figures amount, under 8 figures. I'll be longing Ethereum. That's going to be my #1 coin that I long. Bitcoin, not as much, because I believe that Bitcoin dominance is going to eventually drop. And once it does end up dropping, you're going to see that shift to Ethereum. You're going to see the shift to altcoins as well. So from a day trading perspective, there's tons out there, okay? Yesterday, I took on a monster trade, and it was quite an awesome trade. I'll show you guys it. I ended up taking a $40,000 profit on AIA. And the crazy thing was it was a short position, not a long position. Even though it did 450%, I didn't catch a single bit of it at all for a long, because to me, longing a parabolic coin, it can drop immediately. For example, Hi-Fi that we saw before, for example, Pump BTC. Like this is probably the worst case of an example of how crypto can behave at any moment, okay? You can see that Pump BTC does something like that, right? Like look, it does a monster move in basically a few days. It moves up 800% in 1 day, and then it ends up dropping down 90%. But that's not the crazy part, okay? It dropped 90%, it rallied a little bit, and then it dropped even another 50%. So that's a crazy example. Another one is going to be like Hi-Fi, right? Hi-Fi was one of the most ridiculous coins that you can trade. Let's see if it shows anywhere here. Oh, they removed it already from exchange, so I don't think we're going to see it anywhere. Here we go. Hi-Fi did the biggest rally that I've seen in a long time. Was it that one? I think it was early. Oh, over here, sorry. It did 1,200%. So whenever you long a parabolic coin, it has the potential to completely smash on you. So one of the biggest issues in a bull market that I've had, which I solved the problem today, but it took me a long time to solve it. I'm going to share it with you guys, okay? So for example, if you see a coin like AIA, okay? Just as an example, how do you catch a coin like this for a long position? How do you fucking catch this? How are you even gonna know it's gonna break out? Because by the time you notice it breaking out, it's gonna go up like 100% already, right? Like you're not gonna be able to catch it, right? Because it's gonna be too parabolic, too fast already, and it's not gonna work out in your favor. Okay. So what if there was a way for you to follow a trend that is moving? Okay, let's just say that this is my kernel indicator. Okay, what it does is it's like an EMA or a chandelier exit or an ATR or a super trend indicator, but the best version of it. It's like all of those indicators combined on steroids. That's the best way. This green line, it represents the strongest trend out of any indicator out there, okay? And this one here, what if you were able to track when it is hovering green above there? But of course, there's like 500 coins. You can't go through, every single coin to see which one is actually going to be trending above there, right? It's impossible. Like, how did you know, for example, Jelly today was gonna break upwards? How would you possibly know that? What if there is a way to track when it's trending? For example, when it's trending above the green line. What if there was a way for you to be alerted, not on just one coin, but literally on every single coin that is showing a strong trend, right? So that's the problem that took me about 6 weeks to solve total, but I finally solved it today, and it's now rolled live for my indicator. I'm sure you guys know about my Kernel alert indicator, where it produces the best buy signals. Like for example, today, my bot did 9% by itself without me even touching it on the 4-hour time frame. So lots of conditions need to be met for this bot to fire off a signal. Has a lot to do with machine learning, has a lot to do with finding the nearest neighbor. So just in less than 30 seconds, how it works is it takes a look at like where it is right now. For it to fire off a buy signal, it looks back at 5 different indicators where the indicator was similar to this position before. It looks for 8 different locations and it votes. So out of the 8 times that was similar, what happened during those 8 times? If the majority of a vote fires off, it's going to give you a green buy signal. And then there are also take profit extensions and criteria for it to exit the market automatically for you. The 4-hour bot has been fine-tuned to actually be profitable already. I've ran it for now 2 weeks and it's made 17% in 2 weeks. And it's only my first 2 weeks of fine-tuning it. So what I decided to add was something completely different today, a huge update to the kernel system, and you guys are gonna love it, okay? So just as an example, okay, on Jelly over here, so let's just say you wanna find out every single coin that is now running on, say, the 30-minute time frame, or the 4-hour time frame, or the daily time frame that's trending over a certain period of time on it, right? So this alert now fixes that problem entirely. So what this is gonna do is on the 30-minute time frame, over 12 hours, any single coin that is trending on the 30-minute time frame over 12 hours above the green is gonna boom, automatically send out every single alert that you can imagine. So let's watch it go live here right now. It's gonna fire off once per bar, okay? And on an entire watch list, we're talking about on a watch list with 500 coins. So now it fires off here, and you're gonna see it go off in just a few seconds when it starts pasting. So then it goes onto Discord. You can see it popping up already. It's now scanning basically the entire watch list on the 30-minute time frame to tell me every single coin that is trending to potentially blow up, okay? So it's doing it right now on the 30-minute time frame. There's a lot to scan. So this is the initial time that I'm running it. But of course, you're not gonna be spammed like this all the time, okay? So then it's gonna tell you every single coin that's trending over the 30-minute time frame. But that's not enough because we wanna be able to swing as well. So just as an example, AIA, okay? We were talking about that earlier. How are we able to see on a 4-hour time frame that this is trending, okay? So I'm gonna set my kernel here to 4 hours, and I'm gonna set it to this one here. We'll just set it for like the 96 hours, okay? So this one's for 4 hours and 96. So what you're gonna see is if you had this indicator, if you bought it, you have access to it. This green arrow, every time the criteria is met, it's gonna trail. It's gonna keep printing off a new alert until you actually notice it, or unless the trend finishes. So if I were to turn on the 4-hour alert right now to track every single 4-hour coin trending over 72 hours, okay, over 3 days, this is what's gonna happen, okay? I'm gonna save the alert. It's gonna run now, and you're gonna see the alerts just fire off right now. So you're gonna see the alerts right here. Boom, 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 boom. They all fire off. So every single one of these coins is telling you. See, for example here, AIA would have told you the moment that the criteria was met. It would have told you that, hey, this coin is trending over 3 days on the 4-hour kernel. But so maybe go to that coin. But the only reason that you're seeing all of them fire off at once is because I just turned it on, right? In real time, it's not gonna fire off like that at all. It's gonna be like once in a blue moon that's gonna fire off, right? So every time you see one of these coins, you go to it. For example, if I go to useless right now, it's gonna show me that this coin is actually trending and it might potentially blow up anytime soon, right? So you can see it here. It's been trending for a while now. It's been trending for 3 days, actually more than that. So this is a really good pick for a potential coin to long. If it gets close to that kernel again, it has a reputation for bouncing, so it might actually even keep going. And then that's not enough, right? You wanna swing it, right? You wanna swing it. So on the daily time frame, this is gonna show me every single coin on the daily time frame that's trending over 4 days. Okay, so if I turn this on right here, it's now gonna boom, and then all the alerts are gonna show up here as well. So you're gonna see it. See how it's just popping off right there because it's connected to my webhook. And this is gonna be tracking over 500 coins. So this literally solved the problem of like, what coin is trending? Do I have to look at every single coin out there to find out what's trending? It's like, nah, these alerts are gonna fire off only once in a while because they're designed to be very, very strict, right? And then once they fire off, you go to that coin, you investigate it. And for example, on the 4-hour time frame, we would have caught AIA very, very, very easily, right? And then these alerts over here, they're completely different because it combines also the indicators. So now I've created basically an alert system where I don't really need to scan the market anymore. So I'm very, very excited. If you guys are interested in it, just take a look at the link below in the description. So what I'm waiting for is for Jelly right now. Let's move on, okay? So for Jelly, I'm looking to find a short position, but this is clearly parabolic. This is clearly a third wave only. So because it's a third wave, you would expect it to do at least a huge 1-to-1 or at least a 1-6-1-8. And now Jelly is in new territory. It just reached the 1-to-1. I don't think we're anywhere close to even topping right now. So I don't advise shorting it or longing it in any way right now. I advise to just observe to see if there's a potential fifth wave. And on top of that, Open has been moving very, very well. Okay, Open, but it's kind of unsteady. But today it did move a substantial amount. And of course, all these top gainers today are going to be the ones that I'm going to focus on with my platinum tier group, where I'll live stream later tonight, and we're going to try to trade together. We're going to try the main strategy used in longing a coin is, first of all, noticing it here. Okay, noticing in one of these alerts, right? If it brings you to that attention, then you're going to go check it out. And then what you're going to do is you're going to watch to see what was the main trending kernel that was holding it up. So for example, on Cello, you can see that it was the 30-minute time frame, right? So every time it gets to the 30-minute time frame, there's an opportunity to long it, but if it breaks, then there's an opportunity to short it. So for example, if you take a look at Jelly, right, this guy here is trending very, very, very nicely on, I think, the 10-minute time frame. Let's check. It's loading. There we go. It trends very nicely on the 10-minute time frame. You can see that, right? Every time it gets to the kernel, it bounces. If I was paying attention, I probably would have taken a chance here because it did do a huge recovery. So we're going to try to take a look at it again and keep an eye on it. If it gets to near this kernel, we're going to maybe try to do something about it if there's a strong candle that's showing a bounce, right? So a really good way to play it is when you see a resistance, okay, you see a resistance right here, right? Okay, there's a big resistance right here. So the way it plays out is very simple. Oh, hold on, I'm trying to do a bar replay. Okay, here we go. So the way, so annoying. What's wrong with this feature right now? Right here. So whenever you see it get to the kernel like this, just watch. I'll show you guys a really powerful strategy. Yes, it does work with anything. It works with any market. My indicator works. Man, it took so long to develop. Like I shit you not, I worked like behind the scenes like 10-12 hours a day on it while trying to run Discord, while trying to day trade. It was a nightmare, but it works. It's amazing. So here's a really good strategy. You wait for it. You see a resistance that it hits. Clearly, it's rejecting it, right? So then you see what's going to happen at the kernel next. You see, oh, it's kind of bouncing. If it breaks, if it holds here at the kernel, and then after that, it breaks above the current resistance, that's your long entry, right? So you're just going to see, oh, that's a big candle, right? So as soon as this one formed, I clicked on it twice by accident. While this one was forming, you should have entered the long right there on the kernel when it holds. That's the best way to use this, okay? So you can just see it. You're just going to keep riding it. there's no reason for anybody to have exited this, okay? And another cool thing is, check this out, guys. On the 30-minute time frame from the other alert system, it caught it. So this alert system of mine is pretty wild. I'll show you the stats, how much it would have made, okay? This guy here, my alert, my bot, if I had it running on the 30-minute time frame, it would have entered right here, okay? Right there, it would have entered, and it would have exited right here, okay? Right there. And it would have taken that one trade, it would have made a 43% profit. This bot can backtest up to 100 trades. So you have that feature built right in to see all of the statistics. It entered here because at this point, it looks back. It says when the RSI, the ADX, the CCI, right, the wave trend was here before in the past 8 times, what did it do? And most of the times it went upwards. So it votes. Once it votes, if it agrees, and also other indicators are met, right? As long as it falls within my kernel alert window system, as long as it falls into the entry safety requirements as well, it's going to print off a signal. And then why did it take profit there? It took profit there because of something called the take profit overextension guard that I put in. See the TP overextension? What it does is this. If 3 criteria are met, either one of them, if it's too far extended above the kernel, or if there's a gigantic wick that forms, or if the body of the candle itself is too large, it will automatically force you to take a profit because it prevents you from losing more money. Just in case there's a large green candle and it spikes right back down in the next candle, or there's a huge wick that spikes up. So it's very, very smart the way that it takes the profit for you. So that's on the 30-minute time frame. And you can see it over here, right? You can see it, where was it? Where did it fire off? Yesterday it would have fired off here. This is at 5:30 in the morning. 5:30 in the morning. So it fired off at 6 o'clock this morning. Let's try to look for it. So 6 o'clock in the morning, it would have right there. You go, right there. It fired off open long jelly, right? And then you would have just simply taken a look at it. And then to take profit, it says it fired off at, this is 6:30. So 7 p.m. it fired off the sell. So 7 p.m. you would have seen the sell signal and the bot would have automatically exited the trade. I don't see it here. Huh, that's weird. Take profit, 6:30. That's weird, I don't see it. There must be a small bug or something. Yeah, that's really weird that I don't see it. Sorry, I'm really curious right now. Why it's not here. I gotta look into that. I have to look into that. Yeah, but anyways, this was a wild coin. And it would have done the same thing for example, on, let's see if it caught AIA. Like on a 4-hour, let's see if it caught it. I don't think it did though, because it wasn't, nah, it didn't catch it on AIA. Not at all. Because I don't think it has enough data. See, it doesn't have enough data going back. So it's not going to catch a trade like that for you. No, I didn't catch on the 30-minute time frame either. So, no, it doesn't come with the code. And yes, I did code it myself. I know everything about this indicator. I taught myself PineScript in like 4 months with the help of AI, of course. It doesn't come with the code itself because that'd be kind of silly, wouldn't it, to give away your code? You know what I mean? Because then people could just take advantage of it, sell it. Like, it makes no sense to give somebody the code. But what you do get is you get access to the indicator. Of course, it's an invite-only indicator. And you get like a massive tutorial. Like, there's a whole section in my Discord just dedicated to it. Like tutorials, frequently asked questions, support chat, known bugs, right? Change logs, and all the alert channels. So it's definitely worth it in my opinion. But of course, I'm not here to try to sell you guys it. I'm just talking about how useful it is. So today's going to be a really wonderful day to day trade. So if you guys have any questions about any coins, ask away, man. I'm here to help you guys out. XRP looks shitty, to be honest. Like, fuck, it looks fucking shitty. What can I say? I mean, it looks brutal because, like, it's just nobody wants to buy these coins. Like, nobody is really buying these altcoins right now. They're all buying these like newer coins, right? So I don't know. XRP hasn't done anything in a very, very long time. You know what I mean? Uniswap. That's a pretty boring ass coin, man. You know, like all these old coins are shitty, man. Look at, like, nobody's going up. Like all the old layer ones, you know, like XLMs, they're not really doing anything right now. Like Sui is very interesting though. Sui is one of those coins making this pattern, a really good pattern. You should definitely like, hold on. Yeah, you should definitely just keep an eye on it. Put an alert, right? If this breaks upwards, it's gonna be a fucking monster long. So I would put an alert to check out this pattern to see what it does. Yeah, all these coins are crappy. Like HBAR, like they're not doing anything. You know, like if you just zoom out, you could just see they're not doing anything. But they're all looking like maybe there's a pattern that it could break out. You know, like maybe, right? Just that's how it is. You look at Jupiter, like they're all shitty, man. Look at Polkadot, they're all shitty. But then you take a look at a coin like Jelly, like, you know what I mean? Like, why would we want to focus on shit coins like fucking, you know, the ones that are not moving in the bull market? Like, fuck them. Never ever believe that in a bull market every coin needs to move. You'll be like, oh, you know, HBAR hasn't moved yet. XRP hasn't moved yet. It's gotta move eventually, so I'll buy and I'll wait. No, man, fucking don't do that. You focus on the winners. Don't focus on the losers. Okay? If you focus on the winners, you're gonna be a lot more profitable. I promise you. You focus on a coin like, you know, Zcash right now. Right? Zcash is fucking on fire. You focus on a coin in the bull market that does things like this, guys. Right? You don't focus on the coins that are doing absolutely shitty. Right? Like, why? Why bother wasting your time? Go for the coins that move fast. Look at Aster. Aster is probably gonna explode sometime soon. Right? This coin has been heavily adopted by like CZ and shit, right? So you wanna focus on the coins that are moving. Like, for example, if I go to the weekly, right? If I go, this is about my other, a day trader, guys, it doesn't fucking matter how good of a technical analyst you are. Okay, it doesn't matter, because half of the battle is like the manual work of scanning for a coin, what kind of coin to trade. How do I find the fucking coin to trade? How do I find the best one of the best, right? That's literally half of the battle. And you need to have tools that are going to help you. Otherwise, you're just going to be wasting your time and being very inefficient. You need spreadsheets. You need watch lists. You need screeners like TradingView. Like this, you need a bot that's going to tell you, or an alert system that's going to like tell you, hey, motherfucker, that coin is moving. Go look at that coin right now. Like you want something like that, you know? Otherwise, you're just going to be left behind, because like my background is in mathematics and engineering, right? I'm not in programming, but I'm moving towards like a quant trader. A quant trader is somebody that basically backtests the fuck out of everything, and they also use programming and mathematics to help them trade, right? That's, and algorithms to help them trade. That's pretty much what I'm doing now. So if you take a look at the weekly gainers over here, like focus on the weekly gainers, guys, right? So the weekly gainers, you want to focus on these guys. You want to focus on Jelly, Zcash, AI, XVG, all these coins soon, right? Why would you want to focus on the coins that don't move? You know, like why? Like there's no point, right? They're shitty. If they don't make it on a watch list or some sort of screener, fuck them. Like, don't bother wasting your time on shitty coins. You're gonna get nowhere with. The only thing you're gonna do is literally tie up your money, right? You're gonna be like, oh, I could have put it there. I could have put it here instead, right? CRV, man, those coins are doing nothing. Like these dinosaur coins are just like, you know, like they're so slow moving. You know, like I mentioned, all these coins are kind of doing something like that, right? They're breaking out of their channel, or it might break out of it. But for now, I don't really want to take a look at any of these coins. I want to look at the coins that are actually moving. Yeah, like even meme coins are not doing anything right now, right? Meme coins I haven't seen a single meme coin that's been popping off. Have you guys? Or other than Jelly, right? SHIB is just looking like absolute shit, bro. You know, like it's just looking like a shitty pattern that might or might not do something. You know, like if you zoom out, you just see like, man, Man, I think I'm just gonna end it here, guys. On between Sol and ETH, I would keep both. Yeah, Bitcoin Cash is looking good too. It popped up on one of my screeners earlier today, right? This is looking great. You know, this is looking wonderful. This is looking very, very nice. Like, this is a good move up so far, 15%. It's a lot more than other coins, right? Okay, guys, I just want to thank you for joining me. If you enjoy these videos, just hit the thumbs up button. If you're interested in my indicator, take a look at the link below. Okay, if you're really serious about it, give me a DM, and maybe I can help you out. Maybe I can't. We'll see. Okay, have a good night, guys, and